stop. Whatever you were about to do, set it down. The phone in your hand, the worry on your shoulders, the list of things you told yourself you had to finish today. Set it down, because what is happening right now, in this very minute, is not an accident. You did not find this message. This message found you. Out of every video you could be watching tonight, out of every voice that could be filling this room, something brought you here. Something stopped your hand on the screen. And I want you to hear me clearly, because I am not speaking to a crowd right now. I am not speaking to the masses. I am speaking to you, the one person, the one heart, the one name written on my hand. Heaven moved tonight, and it moved on your behalf. So let me ask you something, and I want you to answer me honestly, even if no one else is in the room with you. How long have you been carrying this weight? How many nights have you lain awake in the dark, doing the math in your head? The rent, the card, the gas, the groceries, adding and subtracting numbers that never seem to reach. How many times have you smiled at the people you love so they would not see how afraid you really are? I saw it. I saw all of it. I saw you at the kitchen table after everyone else had gone to bed, with the bills spread out in front of you like enemies lined up for battle. I saw the way your chest tightened when the phone rang, and you did not recognize the number. I saw you sit in your car in the parking lot for 1 extra minute, just to breathe, just to gather yourself, before you walked back inside and pretended to be strong. You have been strong for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to be held. But the angels see what your eyes cannot see, and there is a shift happening in the unseen realm tonight. There is a movement in the heavens with your name on it. For a long season, something has been held back from you, a provision, an answer, an open door. And I'm telling you now plainly, so there is no confusion. It was not held back because I forgot you. It was held back because the appointed time had not yet come. And the appointed time has come. The breakthrough you have been praying for is no longer far away. It is no longer someday. It is arriving. It is already in motion as you sit here. I know you have heard promises before. I know you have been disappointed before. I know there is a part of you that is afraid to hope, because hope has cost you something in the past. But I am asking you for the next few minutes of your life, not because you owe me anything, but because I have something to show you, and you need to see it before this day ends. So before we take one more step, plant your faith right here, where everyone can see it. Type in the comments, "I receive this message." Type it now, not later, now. Let it be the first act of faith in your own breakthrough. And if you can already feel that this word was sent for you, if something in your chest is stirring, then do not let this moment slip through your fingers. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the notification bell so that every word heaven sends for you finds its way back to you. You were led here tonight on purpose. Do not walk away from the very place I am using to reach you. Now, come closer. Let me show you what I have seen. My dear son, before I show you what is coming, I need you to know that I saw exactly where you have been. You believed your tears were private. You believed that because no one was there to witness them, they simply fell and disappeared into nothing. But hear me, nothing you have suffered fell to the ground unnoticed. Every tear you cried in secret, I caught in my hand, every single one. I have kept them the way a father keeps the things that matter most to him. Your pain was never invisible to me. Your struggle was never beneath my attention. Let me tell you what I watched. I watched you wake before the sun, in a house that was still dark and quiet, and I watched the worry arrive in your chest before your feet even touched the floor, before the coffee, before the day began. The worry was already there, waiting for you, like a debt collecting interest while you slept. I watched you drive to work on roads you have traveled 1,000 times, and I watched you grip the wheel a little tighter every time your mind turned to the week ahead. I watched you do the work The long shift, the second job, the overtime that no one ever thanked you for. I watched you pour out your body, and your hours, and your strength. And then I watched you look at what was left at the end of the month, and I saw that cold drop in your stomach, because once again, it was not enough. I watched you stand in the grocery store aisle and quietly put something back on the shelf. Something small, something you wanted, or something your family wanted, and you told yourself it was no big deal, but I saw your face, I saw what it cost you. I watched you open the mailbox the way a man approaches something dangerous. My son, I am not telling you these things to reopen the wound. I am telling you these things so you will know beyond all doubt that the one speaking to you tonight is not a stranger to your life. I have not been watching from far away. I have been close, closer than the fear, closer than the bills, closer than your own breath. You have wondered, in your hardest moments, if I was even there. You did not say it out loud. You would never say it out loud. But in the quiet you wondered. You asked, where is God in this? Does he see me at all? Does he know my name? I will answer you now. Yes, I see you. I have always seen you, and your name is not lost in some endless list to me. Your name is written on my heart, carved there, permanent, where it can never be erased and never be forgotten. The enemy of your soul wanted you to believe a lie. He whispered to you that your struggle was proof that you had been abandoned. He told you that good people were being blessed all around you while you were being passed over. He wanted you to feel small, forgotten, unseen. Because a man who believes he is forgotten stops expecting anything good. And a man who stops expecting good is easy to keep down. But tonight, that lie ends. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. There is a difference, and before this video is over, you will understand that difference all the way down to your bones. So right now, my son, I want you to do something. Wherever you are, place your hand flat over your own heart. Feel it beating. That heartbeat is my gift to you, proof that I am not finished with you, proof that your story is still being written, and with your hand over your heart, declare this out loud, with me. I am seen by God. I am known by God. I have not been forgotten. Say it again, and this time mean it. I have not been forgotten. Feel how those words land. Feel how something in the room shifts when you speak truth over your own life. The season of feeling invisible is ending tonight, my son. The next thing I have to tell you will change the way you see every hard day you have walked through. Stay with me. We are only beginning. My dear daughter, I know the question that has lived in your heart for so long. You have been afraid to ask it plainly, so you have carried it in silence. But I will ask it for you tonight, because you deserve an answer. The question is this: if God loves me, why did it take so long? Why the years of waiting? Why the doors that stayed shut? Why did the help arrive for others and not for you? Why did you pray and pray and pray, and the heavens seemed to stay quiet? My daughter, listen to me very carefully, because this is one of the most important things I will say to you tonight. The delay in your life was never a denial. The waiting was never rejection. What you experienced as silence was not me turning away from you. It was me working in a place you could not see. Let me show you what was really happening in those years. When a thing of great value is being prepared, it is not rushed. The cheap thing is fast. The lasting thing takes time. And what I'm bringing into your life is not cheap, and it is not small. And it is not temporary. It is a breakthrough built to hold. So it could not be rushed. In the years you thought were wasted, I was doing two works at once. I was preparing the blessing, and I was preparing you to carry it. Hear that again, my daughter. I was preparing you to carry it, because a blessing given to an unprepared heart does not heal a life. It can overwhelm a life. I have seen what sudden provision does to people who were not made ready for it. It runs through their hands like water. It becomes a new kind of trouble. I love you far too much to hand you something that would slip away before it could ever take root. So in the waiting, I was building things in you. I was building patience where there used to be panic. I was building faith where there used to be fear. I was teaching you the difference between what you want and what you need. I was teaching you to hold on to me when there was nothing else left to hold. And every time you chose to trust me anyway, every time you got up and tried again, every time you prayed, even though you were tired of praying, you were growing stronger than you knew. The delay was not punishment, my daughter. The delay was preparation, and the preparation is almost complete. Think of the farmer. He puts the seed into the dark ground, and for a long time he sees nothing. The field looks empty, the ground looks dead. To the eye, nothing is happening at all. But under the surface, in the dark, the most important work is taking place. Roots are forming. Life is gathering its strength, and the farmer does not dig up the seed in fear. He trusts the process because he knows the harvest is coming. You have been in the dark ground, my daughter. You thought it meant you were buried. It meant you were planted. There is a difference between a grave and a garden. And the enemy wanted you to confuse the two. But now the season is changing. Now the thing that was hidden is ready to break through the surface. And what comes up will be strong, because it grew strong roots in the dark. So I want you to release something tonight. I want you to release the bitterness about the wait. I want you to release the question, why did it take so long? And trade it for a better question. What did God build in me while I waited? Because the answer to that question is your strength. The answer to that question is the reason this breakthrough will last. Place your hand over your heart again, my daughter, and declare this with conviction. My waiting was not wasted. God was preparing me, and I am ready now. Now hold on, because what comes next is the turning point. There is something that has stood between you and your provision. And tonight, I am dealing with it directly. But before we go there, plant your faith again. If you believe that your waiting had a purpose, that your years were not lost, then let heaven hear it. Type in the comments, my delay was not my denial. Type it now, and let it be a declaration of war against every lie that told you that you were forgotten. My dear son, we have come to the turning point, so I need you to lean in. Because what I'm about to do, I'm doing right now, while you watch. You have wondered why provisions seem to stop just short of you. So many times it looked like the answer was close. The opportunity, the position, the help, and then at the last moment it slipped away. You began to believe something was wrong with you. You began to wonder if you were simply the kind of man for whom things never quite work out. Hear me, son. The problem was never your worth. There was a chain, and tonight I am breaking it. Look with me into the realm your eyes cannot normally see. There has been a barrier standing between you and what I intended to send. Some of it was the work of the enemy, the thief who comes only to steal and to kill and to destroy. He did not want your breakthrough to reach you because he knew what you would become once it did. He knew you would breathe again. He knew you would lift your head. He knew you would help others. So he fought to keep your provision locked away. But some of that chain, my son, was forged closer to home. Some of it was made of fear, the fear that taught you to expect the worst so that you stopped reaching for the best. Some of it was made of the words spoken over you long ago. Words from people who told you that you would never rise, that money would always be a struggle, that your family had always been poor and always would be. You may have stopped believing those words with your mind, but your heart still carried them, and the heart that secretly agrees with a curse has a hard time receiving a blessing. So tonight I am cutting through all of it. See the celestial light, my son. See it descending over the place where you sit. It is not gentle light only, it is light with power in it, light that burns through what should not remain. Watch it move toward the chain that has held your provision. Watch the heavenly fire touch the iron. I am breaking the chain of fear that told you to expect lack. It is breaking now. I am breaking the agreement your heart made with every voice that said you would never have enough. That agreement is cancelled. It has no more authority over your life. I am breaking the hold of the past, every failure, every closed door, every loss, so it can no longer reach forward and steal your future. Your future does not belong to your past anymore. And see the angels, my son. They have taken their positions around you. They are not standing in sorrow. They are standing in the posture of battle, swords drawn, faces set, because heaven is enforcing what I have just declared. And the forces of darkness that fought to keep you in lack, watch them retreat. They cannot hold their ground where I have spoken. They are pulling back from your home, from your finances, from your family, from your future. The chain is on the ground now, my son. It is broken. And what it was holding back is free to come to you at last. I want you to feel the weight lift, that heaviness you have carried for so long that it began to feel like a part of you. It is not part of you. It was a burden, and I'm taking it now. Stand up if you can, my son. Stand to your feet, and with your shoulders back, declare this out loud like the free man you now are. The chain is broken. I am not cursed to struggle. I am blessed to receive, and I receive now. Say it once more, louder. The chain is broken over my life. The way was blocked. Now, the way is open. And in the next chapter, I am going to show you the doors beginning to move. Stay with me, my son. You are about to watch your breakthrough come to life. My dear daughter, the chain is broken. The barrier is gone. And now I want you to lift your eyes, because the doors are beginning to move. For so long you stood in a narrow place. Everywhere you turned, you met another wall, the job that would not open, the raise that never came, the plan that fell apart before it could begin. You started to believe the narrow place was your permanent address, that this was simply the size of the life you had been given. It was never your permanent address, my daughter. It was a hallway, and every hallway leads somewhere. Now I want you to see what I see. Look ahead of you into the days and weeks that have not yet arrived. Do you see them? The doors. The ones that stayed shut for so long that you stopped knocking. They are not locked anymore. I have gone ahead of you, and one by one I am setting them open. I am opening the door of opportunity, a door that leads to provision through your work, through your hands, through the gifts I placed in you. The skill you have, the experience you have gained, even the things you learned in the hard years, they are about to be seen and valued in a way they have not been seen before. Favor is going ahead of you, my daughter. When you walk into the room, something will already be working on your behalf before you say a word. I am opening the door of increase, what you have been doing faithfully, in the quiet, with no applause. I have been watching it. And I am about to multiply the return on it. The same effort is about to produce more. The same hours are about to carry more weight. You will look at the result of your work, and you will know that something beyond your own strength was added to it. And I am opening doors you did not even know existed, doors down hallways you have never walked. There are connections being arranged in this season. People you have not yet met who carry a piece of your breakthrough, conversations that have not yet happened that will change the direction of your finances. You could not plan these doors because you did not know they were there, but I knew. I have always known. See the atmosphere shifting around your life, my daughter. See it moving over your workplace, over your home, over the mailbox you once feared to open. See the heavy spiritual air that hung over your household for so long. See it lifting like a fog burning off in the morning sun. Something has changed in the climate over your life. The angels feel it. They are moving into position, not for battle now, but to escort what is coming straight to your door. And here is what I need you to understand, my daughter, so that you do not miss your own breakthrough when it arrives. When the doors begin to open, you must walk through them. Faith is not only believing, faith has feet. When I open the door of opportunity, you must say yes. When I send the unexpected conversation, you must show up for it. When I prompt you to apply, to ask, to try once more, to step forward, do not let fear talk you out of it. I am opening the doors. Your part is to walk. Do not let the disappointment of yesterday keep you from the door of today. The old failures do not get to vote on your new beginning. Place your hand over your heart, my daughter, and declare this with boldness. The doors are opening before me. Favor goes ahead of me, and I will walk through every door God opens. Now, my daughter, plant your faith again. If you believe doors are opening over your life, at your work, in your home, in your future, declare it where heaven and earth can both hear it. Type in the comments, doors are opening for me now. Type it boldly. And then stay close, because in the next chapter, I'm going to tell you something about your breakthrough that very few people ever learn, and it will set you free from the fear that you might somehow miss it. My dear son, I want to free you from a fear tonight, a quiet fear you may not even know you carry. It is the fear that your help can only come from one place. You have looked at your situation, and you have decided there is only one road out. One particular job, one specific raise, one person who would have to change their mind, one door and only one. And so you have stared at that single door with all your hope, and every day it stays shut, a little more of your faith drains away. My son, hear me. I am not limited to the one door you are watching. This is something I need you to carry with you for the rest of your life. I am not a God of one source. The people of old learned this in the wilderness, when bread they could not have imagined appeared on the ground in the morning. They learned it when water came out of a rock, my son, the last place a thirsty person would think to look. I have never been bound by the obvious. I have never been limited to what makes sense to the human eye. So while you have been watching your one door, I have been working on doors you do not even know to watch. Your breakthrough may not come the way you have pictured it. It may not look like the scene you have rehearsed in your mind. It may come from a direction so unexpected that when it arrives, you will laugh. Not because it is small, but because you will see how far outside your own plan I was willing to reach to take care of you. Provision may come through a person you have not thought about in years. It may come through a skill you forgot you had, suddenly becoming the very thing someone needs. It may come through a door closing, a hard no that hurts at first, that you will later discover was me steering you away from a lesser thing and toward a greater one. It may come quietly in 100 small mercies, a bill smaller than you feared, a need met before you had to ask, a cost lifted, an unexpected kindness, until you look back over the month and realize you were carried the whole way. Do not despise the small arrivals, my son. Do not stand at your one big door and ignore the windows I am opening all around you. The breakthrough is rarely one single dramatic moment. More often it is a turning, a current beginning to flow your way, and once it begins, it builds. So loosen your grip on your own plan, not your faith, never your faith, but your plan. Stop telling me the only acceptable way to rescue you. Let me be God over the how. Your part is to trust, my part is to provide, and I have more ways to provide for my child than you have ways to worry. I also want to say this plainly. My son, because I am a father who tells the truth. Your trust in me is not an excuse to sit still. Faith and faithfulness walk together. Keep doing the good work in front of you. Keep showing up. Keep being a man of honesty and diligence. And as you keep walking faithfully on the road, you will find that I have been arranging things along it that you never could have arranged yourself. I bless the open hand and the working hand. I will meet you in motion. Place your hand over your heart, my son, and declare this. God is not limited. My provision can come from any direction, and I trust him with the how. My son, We have reached the middle of this message, and look at how far you have already come. You arrived feeling forgotten. You now know you are seen. You arrived believing your delay was a denial. You now know it was preparation. You have watched a chain break and doors begin to open. The second half of this word is going to take you even further into how to guard what is coming, and into the new season I am opening for your whole family. So before we go on, do this for me. If this message has been ministering to your heart, if you can feel that heaven is speaking directly to your life tonight, then subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the notification bell. This channel is an appointment heaven keeps with you. Do not miss the next message I have already prepared to send your way. Subscribe so that the word always finds you. And plant your faith here in the middle of the journey. Type in the comments, I trust God with the how. My dear daughter, what I'm bringing to you is real and it is near. So now I must teach you something that love requires me to teach you, how to guard it once it comes. A breakthrough that arrives is a beginning, not an ending. The arrival is one day. What you do with it shapes years. And because I am not only your provider but your father, I will not hand you the gift without also handing you the wisdom to keep it. So hear me, my daughter. When the provision comes, do not let it change who you are. Let it change what you can do, but never let it change your heart. The enemy has a second plan. If he cannot keep your blessing from arriving, he will try to use the blessing itself to pull you away from me. He will whisper that you no longer need to pray now that the pressure has eased. He will tell you to forget the lessons of the lean years the moment the lean years are over. Do not listen to him. Stay close to me in the abundance the same way you stayed close to me in the lack. The God who provides in the valley is the same God to be loved on the mountain. Guard the breakthrough with wisdom, my daughter. When the provision comes, do not let it run through your hands. Be steady, be thoughtful. There is no shame in being careful with what I entrust to you. That is not small faith, that is good stewardship, and I honor it. Take what comes, and let part of it build something lasting. Strengthen the foundation of your household. Bring down the burdens that have weighed on you. Make room so that the next hard season, if one ever comes, does not find you unprepared. The wise woman does not only celebrate the harvest, she stores, she plans, she builds. Guard the breakthrough with gratitude. When relief finally comes, the human heart can forget very quickly how desperate it once was. Do not forget, my daughter, not to keep you in fear, but to keep you tender. Let gratitude be the soil your new season grows in. A grateful heart is a heart I can keep on blessing, because a grateful heart always remembers where the blessing came from. And guard the breakthrough by keeping your hand open. My daughter, hear this clearly. Because it is one of the deepest secrets of a life that overflows. I do not bless a person only so that the blessing stops with them. I bless so that the blessing can flow through them. You have known what it is to be in need. You have known the weight of the empty place. So when I fill your hands, do not close them into a fist. Become the answer to someone else's midnight prayer. Be the unexpected provision in another family's story. The person who gives is the person whose own supply I keep returning to, because I can trust them to be a river and not a stagnant pond. This is what it means to carry a breakthrough well, my daughter. To stay humble, to stay close to me, to be wise, to be grateful, and to be generous. Carry it like that, and what I am giving you will not be a single season of relief. It will become a wellspring that does not run dry. I'm not warning you because I doubt you. I'm preparing you because I believe in you. I'm about to place something real into your hands, and I'm trusting you with it. Place your hand over your heart, my daughter, and declare this. I will carry my breakthrough with wisdom, with gratitude, and with an open hand. Now plant your faith one more time before the final revelation. If you receive not only the blessing but the wisdom to keep it, let heaven hear your heart. Type in the comments. I will be a faithful steward. Stay with me, my daughter. The last chapter is not about a single day, it is about the rest of your life. My dear son, we have arrived at the final revelation, and it is the greatest one. So I want all of your heart for these last words. You came into this message tonight thinking small. You hoped for a little relief. You hoped to get the head above the water just long enough to breathe. And I understand why, when a man has struggled for so long, his hopes shrink to fit his exhaustion. But I did not bring you all the way here to give you a little relief. Lift your eyes higher, my son. What I am opening for you is not a single good day in a long line of hard ones. What I am opening for you is a season, a whole new season of your life. A breakthrough is a door, and a door leads into a room you have never lived in before. And I want you to see that room now. See the home, my son, the place where you live. See the worry lifting off of it like smoke clearing from the air. See the walls of fire I am setting around it, around every person who sleeps under that roof. That home will no longer be a place where fear sits at the table. It is becoming a place of peace, a place of laughter that is not forced. A place where the people you love can rest, because the man who carries them has finally been able to set his burden down. See your family, my son. See the relief on the faces of the people you have fought so hard for. The ones you tried to protect from the full truth of how hard it was. They are about to feel the change without you ever having to explain it. And the children, the young ones who watch you more closely than you know, what they will learn in this next season is not the fear of lack. They will learn the faithfulness of God. You are about to break something off of your family line. The struggle that was handed down to you stops with you. You are becoming the one who begins a new story. See yourself, my son. See the man you are becoming on the other side of this. Not just a man with his bills paid, a man whose strength has been proven, whose faith has been tested and held, who knows now by experience that I do not abandon my children. There is a steadiness coming to you, a peace that does not depend on the balance of an account because it is built on the certainty of my love. You will help others now. You will be the one who tells a struggling man, "Hold on, I have been where you are, and God came through." Your story is about to become someone else's hope. This is the season I am opening, my son. Provision, yes, but also peace, also restoration, also purpose, also a future you can finally look at without flinching. And it begins now, not when every problem has vanished. It begins now in your spirit, the moment you choose to believe it. The breakthrough is already in motion. The doors are already moving. Provision is already on its way down roads you cannot see. Your only task tonight is to receive it and to walk forward as a man who knows his Father has gone ahead of him. So stand up, my son. Stand all the way up. Lift your head, and with everything in you, declare this final word over your life. This is my new season. The struggle ends with me. My family is blessed. My home is protected, and my future belongs to God. Say it again, my son, and let it shake the walls. This is my new season. Heaven heard that, the angels around you heard that, and it is settled. Now, my son, before this message ends, do this. If you believe what I have spoken over your life tonight, if you are ready to walk into this new season, then subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the notification bell. I'm not finished speaking to you. There are more words, more messages, more appointments heaven intends to keep with you, and this channel is how they will reach you. Do not let the next one slip past. Subscribe so that you never miss a single word I send. And plant your faith one last time as a seed for everything that is coming. Type in the comments, "I receive my new season now." My beloved child, look at the journey we have walked together tonight. You arrived here feeling invisible, and you learned that I have seen every tear you ever cried in secret. You believed your long delay was my denial, and you learned it was my preparation. You watched a chain of fear and lack be broken off of your life. You saw the doors that were sealed for years begin to open. You learned that your provision is not trapped behind one single door, because I am not a God of one source. You were given the wisdom to guard and carry what is coming. And you were shown the truth above every other truth, that this is not one good day, but the first day of an entirely new season for you and for everyone you love. Now hear my final word and carry it out of this room with you. The breakthrough you have been praying for is not far away, and it is not someday. It is arriving. It is already in motion. It began the moment you opened your heart tonight. Walk forward in faith. Watch for the doors. Say yes when I open them, and do not be afraid anymore. Your Father has gone ahead of you, and your Father does not fail. If this message touched your heart tonight, if you felt heaven speaking directly to your life, then like this video right now. Let it be your amen, your agreement with everything that has been spoken over you. Share this video with your family and friends. Somewhere tonight there is a mother, a father, a brother, a friend sitting at their own kitchen table doing the same desperate math you once did. You may be holding the exact word they have been praying for. Send it to them. Be the unexpected provision in someone else's story. And if you have not yet done so, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that every message heaven prepares for you finds its way home to you. Now stay right here. The next message is already waiting for you on your screen. I have prepared it for this very moment in your life. Do not walk away yet. Let it begin, and let me keep speaking to you. Go in peace, beloved child. Your new season has begun, and I am with you every step of the way. Amen. My beloved child, look at the journey we have walked together tonight. You arrived here feeling invisible, and you learned that I have seen every tear you ever cried in secret. You believed your long delay was my denial, and you learned it was my preparation. You watched the chain of fear and lack be broken off of your life. You saw the doors that were sealed for years begin to open. You learned that your provision is not trapped behind one single door, because I am not a God of one source. You were given the wisdom to guard and carry what is coming. And you were shown the truth above every other truth, that this is not one good day, but the first day of an entirely new season for you and for everyone you love. Now hear my final word and carry it out of this room with you. The breakthrough you have been praying for is not far away, and it is not someday. It is arriving. It is already in motion. It began the moment you opened your heart tonight. Walk forward in faith. Watch for the doors. Say yes when I open them. And do not be afraid anymore. Your Father has gone ahead of you, and your Father does not fail. If this message touched your heart tonight, if you felt heaven speaking directly to your life, then like this video right now. Let it be your amen, your agreement with everything that has been spoken over you. Share this video with your family and friends. Somewhere tonight there is a mother, a father, a brother, a friend sitting at their own kitchen table doing the same desperate math you once did. You may be holding the exact word they have been praying for. Send it to them. Be the unexpected provision in someone else's story. And if you have not yet done so, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that every message heaven prepares for you finds its way home to you. Now stay right here. The next message is already waiting for you on your screen. I have prepared it for this very moment in your life. Do not walk away yet. Let it begin, and let me keep speaking to you. Go in peace, beloved child. Your new season has begun, and I am with you every step of the way. Amen.